Welcome back, students. In this video we are going to cover probability method. So this probability method will be asked for section B. As in my previous video I have discussed you the important topics. So from that important topic, this is one of the topic which will be asked for exam. So now to begin with probability method, this probability method will be basically taken into consideration to calculate how much risk is attached to which project and which project to be accepted or not. So by this probability method we are going to calculate the amount of risk attached. So now to begin with, we have a question. Wonder Corporation is considering to start a new project for which it has gathered following data. So here there is a company who is having a plan to start a new project. To start a new project, they have gathered few information. Now for 3 years they have a plan. So we have two project P and project Q. Now under project P we have cash flow, probability, and again for project Q we have cash flow and probability. So here for cash flow, project P, it is 80,000 and probability is 0.2. Then for second year 1,60,000, 0.6. Third year 2,40,000, 0.2. Moving to project Q, cash flow for 3 years they have given and probability separately for Q they have given. So both the project requires an equal investment. So here for project P is also requiring 1,20,000 investment and project Q also is requiring 1,20,000 investment. So there they have given the cost of capital is 10%. So here the question here is to know which projects to be accepted. So to know this, we have to prepare the calculation of NPV using probability. So the format to calculate the NPV using probability, here I have given you. First you have to take a separate project P separately and for project Q separately. So when we are starting with project P, first thing you take the year column separately, cash flow separately, probability separately. Now here what we are going to calculate it here is expected net cash flow, discount factor at 10%, PV of expected net cash flows. Now to begin with this, we have the year column. Now we know in question there are 3 years which they have given, 1, 2, 3. So now what I do here is I will take the 3 years information, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Project P cash flow they have given 80,000, 1,60,000 and 2,40,000. So let us write the cash flow of project P in the respective column as 1,60,000, 2,40,000. Now next come probability. Probability for project P is given separately. That is nothing but 0.2, 0.6, 0.2. So probability we have taken. Now next what we have to do is we have to calculate expected net cash flow. To calculate 80,000 into 0.2. So let's calculate. Here 80,000 is your cash flow, that has to be multiplied by probability 0.2. So what we get is 16,000. So let's write 16,000 as expected net cash flow. Again you have 1,60,000 into 0.6. 1,60,000 into 0.6 gives you 96,000. I have calculated. So the same answer I am going to record it in the second year. Now again you have 2,40,000 as cash flow and probability 0.2. So 48,000 we are going to get it, the expected net cash flow. Now coming to discount factor at 10%. So here discount factor is the cost of capital is 10%. That is nothing but the discount factor. Now we have to calculate the value of discount factor which is at 10%. To calculate the discount factor at 10%, we have a formula. The formula is discount factor equals to 1 divided by 1 plus R whole number. Now for first year, 1 into 1 plus what is the rate of return they have given to us, that is 10%, that is nothing but 0.10 into 1. So if you do the simplification, 1 divided by 1 plus 0.10, you will get 0.909. The same thing for 2 years you have to do it, 0.826 you will get 0.751. so here you have to apply this formula. The rate of return is 0.10 percentage, since they have given 10%, for 10% 0.10 will come. So if it is 1 year into whole 1, or if it is 2 year, instead of 1 you will write it 2 years, and for 3 years you will write to the to whole 3 years. So like that if you do it, you will get it. So with this, again we are going to calculate present value of expected net cash flow. Now here expected net cash flow is 16,000. So what we do is 16,000 into 0.909. So the discount factor, what we got it, with that we have to multiply. Now when we multiply, we going to get it 14,544. So 14,544. Again we will multiply 96,000 into 0.826. So again we will get it 79,296. Then comes for third year 48,000 into 0.751. So again 36,048. So we got the values. Now at the end we have to calculate what is the present value of expected net cash flow. So let's add on all the 3 years. 14,544 plus 79,296 plus 36,048. So the overall value what we get is 1,29,888. This is your total present value of expected net cash flow. Now you have to know how much is your net present value of inflow as well as outflow. Now outflow is nothing but your investment. How much is your investment? 1,20,000. So here let us write investment. So we are investing 1,20,000 and we have an inflow of 1,29,880. So the investment you are doing for 1,20,000, but how much is the expected cash flow which we are receiving is 1,29,880. So that is nothing but 9,888 is your net present value of project P. So once when you are done with this, you have to calculate for project Q, because you have to give a comparison which project is best and which project should be accepted by the Wonders Corporation. Now moving to project Q, again what we do is we are going to mention the number of years. The number of years what we have is 1, 2, 3. Again take from Q the cash flow, that is 1,60,000, 1,80,000, and then third year 1,80,000. The probability of Q is 0.2, 0.6, 0.2. I have written here. Now to calculate it expected net cash flow, you have to multiply 1,60,000 into 0.2. So when we calculate 1,60,000 into 0.2, you get it 32,000. So you have to write here 32,000. Next for second year, the cash flow is 1,80,000 and the probability is 0.6. So you get 1,08,000. Let us calculate once again. 1,80,000 into 0.6, you get 1,08,000. So after that again we calculate for third year 1,80,000 into 0.2. So we get 36,000. Okay, it's 36,000. Now the next column what we have is zero discount factor at 10%. So with this formula we calculated the discount factor. The same discount factors values we are going to write it 0.909, 0.826, 0.751. So we got it from the project P, the discount factor the same value as it is at 10%. The project Q discount factor is also at 10%. So we have taken the same values of project P to project Q. Now let's multiply and get the present value of expected net cash flows. To know that expected cash flow is 32,000 into discount factor. Now the 32,000 into 0.909, so we will get 29,088. Then again 1,08,000 into 0.826, so 89,208. Then again 36,000 into 0.751, you will get 27,036. So we got it present value of expected net cash flow. Now let's add on the present value of expected net cash flow, that is 29,088 plus 89,208, 27,036. So the total net cash inflow is 1,45,332. Then let's minus with outflow. The outflow, as I have told, that it is nothing but investment. So the investment, how much we are doing, of 1,20,000. So now when you minus it, 1,45,333 to minus 1,20,000, you will get 25,332. So from this two project you have to see which project is giving more benefit to you. So when we see project P, the inflow is 1,29,888 and the investment you are doing is of 1,20,000. So how much the net present value you are having? 9,888. But when you are doing for project Q, the investment, the present value of cash inflow, we have 1,45,332 and the investment is 1,20,000. So here the present value, net present value, what we are getting here is 35,332. So in this two comparison, we are having more benefit from project Q. So the conclusion what we can give is project Q can be accepted since the net present value is more than compared to project P. So by this I am going to complete it, the first topic of section B, which is very important for the point of examination, and I also request you to do more problems on the same method so that you can get the perfection when you are doing it at the time of exam. So this probability, all you have to do is year will be given, cash flow will be given, probability will be given. So first you have to multiply this two so that you will get expected net cash flow, and you have to check what is the cost of capital. With that you have a formula, 1 divided by 1 plus r into n. So with that you calculate the discount factor, and with that discount factor again multiply with expected net cash flow, like 16,000 into 0.909, you get present value of expected net cash flows. Then add all these, you will get this amount. With that, how much is your investment, and you get finally net present value. The same method should be applied for the other project as well, and compare it which project is giving you how much benefit, and finally you accept it. So by this I will conclude this video. Thank you, students.